Officer Bailey. Woo! Officer Masonville. Officer Bostic. Woo! Officer Broussard. Officer Camacho. Hello, guys, and I hope you enjoyed that little clip of me graduating this past weekend. It has been the craziest past 6 weeks since the last time I've talked to you guys, whether it was going through the academy, trying to find time to do things. I mean, it has just been a crazy, just hectic, just mind scrambling time. So now that I have time to actually sit down and fill you guys in on literally everything, that's what we're going to do today. So I hope you guys are ready for the biggest life update, changes, all that stuff. I first want to start out with just saying thank you to the viewers who have stuck by, who have, kind of put up with the me not being as active on YouTube as I would like to be. Because one of my first goals of 2019 was to be more consistent on YouTube, and that starting the academy for CO, it was not possible. I mean, it took up so much time. Don't get me wrong, like, I love that I did this huge career change, and I mean, it has been nothing but positive. It's helped me change in so many ways, building a stronger, person that I know I can be, and, a stronger mindset, having honestly a bigger backbone, because anyone who knows me knows I am super sensitive, so it really changed things, and it just made me completely fail at my one of my 2019 goals with being more consistent with YouTube. So I definitely apologize about that. But to jump more into the academy and what these past 6 weeks have been like, when I tell you guys, it it changes you. Like, you start out week one, feeling very, nervous, not very sure of yourself, being put in a position where, if you guys obviously know before, I worked at Walmart in the Vision Center, and going from that and working as a Starbucks barista to go into a prison setting was totally polar opposite for me, because I went from going to, hi, how you doing, being able to talk, getting to know people, to, to being able to sit and just have a casual conversation with someone, to I have to kind of, in lack of better words, be an asshole and be very stern and understand that these people are there because they're criminals. And I'm gonna say one of these stories, and it just goes to show, how little we pay attention to things. Hold on, guys. Dog issues. But anyway, so back to my story. So we were doing one of our working tours, and we were at Woodman, and we, got separated into our little groups, and so it was me and two of my other battle buddies were in a separate dorm setting pod. And so they're doing a pill call, which means, when they go and get their medicine, whatever. So they let out these group of people, and obviously these offenders is what we call them now. They are coming out, and then they see three new people and are looking at us, and one of the offender ladies looked at me and was like, "You're new, what's your name?" My butt, Brittany. I can't do that. I have to say Bosnick. I can't say my first name. But it just goes to show how different you have to approach different settings. Me personally, in the civilian world, people are like, "Hey, what's your name?" Brittany. Here I had to say, "I'm CO Bostic, Officer Bostic." And it just, as soon as I said that, I was like, "Oh crap." But it's because I spent so much time in customer service saying hi, greeting people, just being nice. It didn't even dawn on me that I'm just like, "Oh, I can't say my first name." So that was just a big, like, one of like my big first hiccups. But like, it just, like I said, it just goes to show how different this environment was for me. And being, like I said, to a job where it's customer service and being nice and being in a place where we have to use chemical agents such as pepper spraying, gas, chemicals. Guys, now, the week that we were going to get pepper sprayed and gassed, I watched so many videos of so many different reactions, thinking that that was going to help me. Nothing could compare you to the actual thing, because the pepper spraying wasn't as bad for me. It got in my eyes. It did, make me cough a little bit, but nothing compares to that gas. When they put it in our face, it literally, because you just take short, deep breaths, very short, just, control your breathing. When it hits you, it literally feels like someone reached down in your throat and just was just squeezing your lungs. It was just nothing, no matter how many videos, no matter how many times people explained to me how it was going to feel, nothing could compare me for that. Because I was just like, it literally, I was like, like, it takes your breath away. And they are not lying when they say you literally feel like you are dying for a whole millisecond, and that you have to keep in your head, you are breathing. You are breathing. If you're saying you can't breathe, you're breathing, because you cannot speak if you're not breathing. And then, I had to certify with a rifle, a pistol, and a shotgun. And I have never shot a gun in my life, ever. And to be handed these weapons and being like, okay, we did so many hours of in-class training, then going actually out to the range. I've never shot a gun in my life. I literally had to prepare myself, because I've never shot a gun. I've never been to a shooting range. I didn't know how it was going to sound. So my battle buddies, which I have to give a shout out to them, my battle buddy group, Justin, Alex, Haley, I love you guys so much. If y'all are watching this, y'all got me through it. I could not have done it without them, without the support of my family, without the support of my wife. It was like, I was so nervous. So we did this little thing where like I said, my anxiety got the best of me. So we would like listen to pump up music, because I was so nervous. And before we would go shoot, like, everyone obviously knows that my name is Brittany. So it became this little thing where when we would go to the range, we'd be like, "Brittany, just remember in your head, it's Brittany, bitch," because of Britney Spears. So I would always say that in my head, because I'm just like, okay, you got this. And once I shot the pistol for the first time, I was like, ooh, this is kind of exciting, and I actually enjoyed it. Now, with a rifle and a shotgun, anyone who has met me, I am little. My arms are short, like, literally, imagine T-Rex, little arms. So the shotgun, there was no way of adjusting that shotgun. So they literally had to stand behind me and hold my back because of how bad the recoil was. The rifle, it had a little bit of a kick, but I was able to control that more. But that shotgun, guys, I if there was no one holding me, I would have flew back. It was crazy, but it was so fun. It was so different that I was just like, okay. So that was just, just to give like a little bit of like insight of, the academy and the people I've encountered and the offenders that I've walked past. Like the day that we did our, like from week one, walking into that, the prison and going into our class, we're passing inmates that, are considered trustees, which work around us. Like it was so nerve wracking and just such an outer body experience. And every day that I would get home, my wife was like, well, how was your day? How was it? Because like I said, you guys have known me. I've always been doing YouTube for a year. I am a very easygoing, calm person, always smiling, always bubbly, very happy person. And and everyone, like before I even started, was like, Brittany, are you sure that's kind of the environment for you? Because you are just so happy, so go lucky, so bubbly, and I'm just like, guys, I got this, so it's amazing to think, not necessarily that I'm done, but those 6 weeks, guys, it was an outer body experience. It pushed me to a different person. Like I feel good. I feel happy. I did it, and from our defensive tactics training that we did, shooting, getting gas, getting pepper sprayed, qualifying, having to do all these things to pass, and to even think that, well, crap, I gotten gas, I've did these tests, and to not be able to do something and having to leave because if you don't pass, if you don't qualify, if you don't do the gassing, if you don't pass your test, you have did all this pretty much for nothing, and to sit there and think that I did it, I was just begone myself. Like I was like, Brittany, you did it. And walking up to get my certificate and, shaking all of my sergeants and lieutenants and majors and wardens, like shaking all their hands, it just made my heart happy. And the fact that my sisters and my mom got to come to watch me graduate, it was a beautiful thing. And so many connections that I've made, just like I said, I couldn't have done it without them. Being in that class, being in that surroundings, you have to have people there to support you. You can sit there and say, well, I did it all by myself. No, you didn't. Like you have to have battle buddies, to help you through. You have to have support from your family and your spouses. You can't do it alone. You literally start your day 7 a.m. You don't get home till about 6. You're literally your whole day, your whole life, your whole mindset from week 1 to week 6 is the academy. You belong to the academy. And if I did not have my 3 friends that literally helped me through and understood what we were doing in the academy, and if I did not have Maribel, my wife at home, understanding that when I get home I am tired, I wouldn't have been able to do it, so I have to give shout outs to all of them. Like I said, my family, my friends, my spouse. And now that I'm entering a new journey where I'm actually on the unit, that'll be something else that I bring y'all along to. What more about this academy before I step into the other conversation? I think that's it. I mean, if y'all have any questions, please, please, please comment below. I would definitely like, to get, my community more involved and more commenting. And like I said, I email people, comment people back in a heartbeat. So, I mean, just if you have any questions or, you want more detail, just let me know. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is obviously what people came here for, which is, Maribel and I's IUI experience. So because, I started this new career, it, like I stated before in the other video, it threw everything off. So right now, Maribel and I are at a point where we're getting everything back on track. We are pretty much trying to get everything stable to where we can jump back into the IUI. And speaking of IUIs and infertility and all that good stuff, I was actually on a podcast with Shelly Medling. So Shelly Metling is one of the amazing YouTubers whose YouTube channel is about infertility. Unfortunately, she has suffered a lot with miscarriages, but now she finally has her beautiful baby boy, Rai Guy. So she also has YouTube, Instagram, and she has a podcast that I got to take place in and was super excited about it. So here's actually a picture of her husband, and her new baby. Me and her met through YouTube. I am so sorry, guys. He likes to randomly speak. But we actually met through YouTube, and I got to be on her podcast. I had a blast. I I am so sorry, guys. I Shelly Melling, she is such a beautiful soul. I mean, it was just such a comfortable conversation. It was such a comfortable conversation. She did not make me feel different. She was like, I'm really glad that I have someone on my podcast that's a same-sex couple. And not only are you guys a same-sex couple, if anyone knows me, I can't have kids. I am so sorry, guys. Let me press pause because he's going to keep going for a little. Okay, so sorry, guys. So, like I said, she is such a beautiful soul. Like, even after the podcast, me and her talked for like a good 20 to 30 minutes. Because, she was like, not only are you guys a same-sex couple, but, you in particular, she's talking to me, Brittany, she was like, you were born with a disorder where you can't even have kids if you tried. So me and her got to talk about that. And as soon as that podcast goes live, I am going to post that over at my Instagram so that everyone can hear it. But like I said, I had such a good time. Like, I've never been on a podcast before, and it was just so fun. And like I said, like, it's so fun and exciting to meet YouTube people because, like I said, like, they do YouTube just like you do, and to actually meet them and see them, I mean, it was so fun and exciting. So as soon as that goes off, not goes off, goes up, because I believe that she said it was going to go up Tuesday, I will post in my Instagram, and I'll even probably try to post it somehow on here when my podcast actually goes live and everyone can hear it. Another shout out that I would like to do, which I didn't even let them know, but me and another same-sex couple, which is Our Big Gay Journey, Lucy and Amy, they were another couple who was planning on doing IUI, but they had 3 failed IUIs. I believe it's 3 or 4. No, I believe it's 3. So they transitioned to doing IUI to IVF. They actually got their date today where they're going to start their IVF journey. So I want to give a big shout out to them too. I love you guys so much. Them too, we are always talking through Instagram. We are Disney fanatics. Actually, hashtag my shirt. We are really good YouTube and Instagram friends. So I love you guys and congrats. We will get our little blessing soon, and I hope everything works out for you guys. But if you guys have not noticed yet, on Instagram and on Facebook, I have put up that it's time for me to do an assumptions video. So I gave you guys the first questions if you want to do an assumptions about me, or if you want to do an assumptions about Maribel and I's relationship. So go on there, do the poll, and once I get everyone's overall voting, then I'm gonna ask for the questions. So go ahead and check that out. And like I said, I know that this video is a little bit long, but I told you guys I was going to catch you up on everything. So I hope that this wasn't too long. I hope that it answers questions. I am back, and like I said, hopefully, crossing my fingers, every Sunday you will see a video from me now. And I will just keep you guys updated. I'll let you guys know what's going on. Let me know if y'all want to see any challenges. Give me some good questions about the assumptions. And I will see you guys soon. And like I said, thank you guys so much for hanging in there with me. Thank you guys for y'all's support. And I will see you guys next Sunday. And don't forget, almost messed up my outro. Be the change you want to see in the world. I love you guys. Bye.